What's up, YouTube fam? My name is Connor. I am a graphic designer and illustrator from Las Vegas, Nevada. We got a fun one for you today. We are going to be navigating the process of customizing a pair of sneakers. From start to finish, I will take you through the steps you need to follow, the materials that are essential, as well as the materials that are optional, and hopefully we're gonna have a bloody delightful time while we do it. Thank you so much for being here with me. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and let's get into it. All right, so first things first, you're gonna wanna grab a pair of sneakers. Now, you're probably sitting there telling me,
Connor, I don't want to be spending all this money on brand spanking new kicks if I haven't painted them before and I'm just going to end up messing them up.
one of my favorite pastimes is digging through bargain bins at Buffalo exchanges and finding come-ups at all the buy-sell trades. Depending on where you live, there should be a ton of these places where you can venture to. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you can find some absolute gold in your size that just needs a little bit of TLC and some elbow grease. Case in point, the sneakers we will be working on today. The Air Jordan 4 in the alternate colorway. I picked these up at a shop in Vegas, a local shop called Bring It Back. Those gents, if you're in the area, have a visit. They come through with the steals. Anyway, I love me some Jordan 4s. When I saw these on sale on their Instagram, I dropped whatever I was doing and I hightailed it over to their shop and I bought them. Now, these things retail at around, I can't even remember. Jordan 4s are, I mean, they used to go for $190. They're probably sitting at around $200, $220. I got these for $80. So, absolute steal. Now, they don't have a box. They are pretty beat. I mean, dirty. We got a lot of creasing. A diamond sits in this rough. Really, guys, if you see something that you like and it doesn't look as pristine as it should, pick them up, man. There are so many things that you can do to make these things shine again. I'm a huge fan of the Jordan 4 silhouette. Had to pick these up. So I'm gonna show you guys what you can do with a bargain pickup. Now, taking a look at these, they're white and red. Classic, clean, very nice. But I want to do something different. I want to do something that will make these pop, and I want to do something that really tells people where I'm from, pays homage to the city that I'm from. Now, that being said, there is a very, very well-known colorway of the Nike Dunk called the UNLV Be True to Your School pack. Right up here, see it in all its glory. I've always loved that colorway. I've always wanted a pair. Seems like these are a perfect segue into making something like a Jordan 4 Be True to Your School UNLV colorway. I'm from Vegas. I love that colorway. Full disclosure, never went to UNLV. But, meh, that's what we're gonna do today. Jumping right into step one, the first thing that you're gonna wanna do is give these mothers a deep cleansing. You're gonna need the sneakers. You're probably gonna wanna lay down a nice towel, a bowl, and last but not least, you're gonna want a box of this stuff. This video is not sponsored by Rejuvenator, though I wish it was. In this box, you're gonna find a couple of things. A cloth, some cleaning solution. We got a soft brush. We got a medium brush to get more of that dirt and grime out. We got your stiff bristle. This guy only use for the outsoles. Very important. We're just gonna take off these laces. We're gonna fill this bowl with hot water. We're gonna put some of this cleaning solution in the hot water and we're gonna scrub the crap out of them. Easy enough. These are now squeaky clean. It's like you can eat your dinner off of them. We got a shoe tree in there, sturdy. I also took out the insoles and I'm going to replace those insoles with new ones. We're getting on to step number 2, which will be to actually start the custom. But before we do that, we gotta show you where to get all of your things. So yeah, let's quickly get that vlog going and we'll get back here and start on this custom. I'm in the sewing aisle and I don't know what's going on. So we just pick these guys up. We're picking these guys up. This is gonna be an adventure. See how it goes. Pardon me, but where could I find the fabric? Leather, just, or like faux leather or something like that?
Oh, all our leather stuff is actually just right there.
Oh. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and as you can see, we have a plethora of items in front of me, which we're going to be using to start this custom. Now, the first thing that you're going to need is to prep these bad boys. What I mean by that is, when you get these, there's a factory sealant around the leather. It's just something that the manufacturer puts on these guys as an extra protection for the leather. So what you will need is the Angelus leather preparer and deglazer. And if you don't want to get this, because again, this video isn't sponsored. Who needs a sponsor? I don't need a sponsor. I kind of need a sponsor. The leather deglazer just takes off that factory finish. If you don't have a leather preparer and deglazer, don't worry about it. Just use some nail polish or some acetone or something like that. Just be careful when you use it. We're gonna take these cotton balls, gonna flip it upside down on the bottle for 1 second, and we're just gonna rub the shoe down. All right, so while I was prepping these, I went ahead and removed the patches on the tongues. It was super simple. I'm sure I'll be showing you B-roll right about now. I essentially just used this guy, very sharp knife. Make sure that you are really careful when you use it. Again, you can pick one of these guys up at any sort of craft store. We're ready for the next step. Shoes are cleaned, shoes are prepped, shoes are ready for some paint. Now, I know a lot of people are wondering, what paint do I use to paint sneakers?
I'm about to tell you.
I'm a firm believer in Angelus brand, same company that does the deglazer. They have a whole mess of different products to use when customizing sneakers. I would highly recommend checking them out. Once again, this is not sponsored by Angelus. And we're also gonna be using some brushes. Now these are some real value brushes, as you can see. You don't have to go crazy with your brushes. Just get some that have a flat edge, that aren't too big, and will allow you to get some nice, even coats on your leather. Painting is finished. So you can see there, we have the patches laid out. So we've painted the back gray as well. I'm going to go in at the end and paint the Jumpman either red or white. I'm not sure yet, but you can see here, this was about 5 coats of the gray. So when you're painting, just remember, very, very light coats. Try and stretch it as far as it can, and it should come out nice and crispy. As you can see, what we're gonna do next is create the custom patches for the tongues. What we have to work with is a piece of leather, just a regular piece of leather. Got this at Michael's. It's tumbled. We're going to use the old patch as a template. So I'm essentially just gonna lay it down on the leather. I'm gonna trace it out, cut it out, paint this leather, and then what we're gonna do is create a UNLV stencil. So I'm not gonna go into much depth on how to make stencils, just because that's a video in itself. If you wanna know how to make stencils for your shoes, leave a like. I'll absolutely make that video. There's a lot of different components, a lot of different ways that you can do it. The way that I'm going to be doing it is through a Cricut machine using SVG files that I've created on my computer. So yeah, if you want to know more about that, let me know. I will 100% make a video on that as well. Once this has been cut out, we're gonna paint it, we're gonna stencil it, we're going to make sure it looks nice and crispy. And then what we are going to do is take some needles, and we are going to take some thread, and we are going to stitch around. We're gonna make a stitch pattern that emulates what's going on here. We are going to take this E6000 fabric glue. We're gonna take the patch that we just made, and we're gonna slap it on there. All right, so painting is done, patches are done. You're not gonna see them yet, but I went ahead off camera, painted the Jumpman, taped up the outsoles. The final step, we are gonna be doing Krylon matte finish. This is going to seal the paint and allow you to wear your kicks so you don't have to worry about the paint cracking. You want to tape the outsole so that you don't get this on it. Trust me, you don't want it. It'll go into the air bubble. You don't want that. Beautiful Lauren Kiley on the camera. She is going to be taking us outside. Let's go. For those of you who don't know, this is our creepy hallway. Hey, so that's been the video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in. I had a lot of fun with this one. If you want to see more shoe custom vids, leave a like down below. Hopefully with upcoming videos like these, I'll be able to do some giveaways.
That sounds good.
Go hunting, get out there, go find those beaters, paint the ever-loving stuff out of them, and turn them into something new. I don't want to keep you waiting. I know what you're here for. I know what you came to see. You came to see the shoes. So, without further ado, let's take one more look at the new and improved UNLV Jordan 4s. Let's get it.